Good morning, it's Antonia Jones on Saturday Breakfast, and I'm joined by Untold Poet, whose debut single, Start to Speak, was out yesterday. Thanks for waking up so early and joining me on Saturday Breakfast.
That's alright, no problem.
Did you manage to write?
I did, it was alright.
You're smiling. Why are you smiling?
It's I'm here, why not?
That's good though. The reason why I'm saying that is because your single was out and it's doing great things so far.
Yeah.
I am so happy to hear that you've got your new single out, and I heard a little snippet, but we'll hear some more.
Yeah.
Just after. But before we do that, we need to find out a bit more about you, like your local.
Oh, I'm originally from Leigh-on-Sea.
Yeah, Leigh-on-Sea, yeah.
Now Benfleet I live.
Benfleet,
yeah.
Okay.
So I am an Essex boy.
Oh, you are Essex. So as we say, your new single was out yesterday, so tell us about that. The track I hear is about introducing Untold Poet to the music scene, and you say the lyrics are personal and represent who you are.
Yes, that's what it's all about. It's so Start to Speak, it's about me speaking things about my past times, introducing me back to the music scene, and my passion for music and the strive to push and get your music heard.
And it's great to know that I usually have singers on the show, and just to hear a poet, it's a completely different kind of take on things as well. And it's just how you kind of string those words together. And when I was at school, I would go through different poems, and Maya Angelou was one of my favourites as well. I actually didn't study Shakespeare, funny enough, for some unknown reason.
Well,
a lot of people
to be funny,
about
English was actually my worst subject, so
Oh, really?
it's quite weird that now I do like all this rapping and poetry
Yeah,
stuff.
my favourite was English, so you've obviously got your school teachers saying, well, I'm glad I inspired him in some way, shape or form. You was really listening, weren't you?
I was.
Oh, that's all good. So it's good to see you here. So tell us about your journey. You said you just started the actual getting on the music scene from November.
Yeah.
So this is your first radio.
This is my debut radio appearance on an FM station, yeah.
I am so happy about that. I'm honoured. Thank you very
I'm
much.
happy to be here.
So tell us about that journey.
So yes, I used to be in a band about 8 years ago, and we were doing quite well, but then we just went our separate ways, just stopped doing the band. That was about 6 years ago, and then I was still writing music and stuff, but I didn't do anything with it, and I just had a spark in my mind back in about September time. I was like, right, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to really push it, and I'm going to really do it. So yeah, November, I started doing it again. Already recorded my EP, which is going to be coming out later this year. Debut single was released yesterday. So you can go check that out on all digital music platforms.
I've seen it all over social media. I love the artwork.
Oh yeah, that's my sister.
Oh really?
So she's my illustrator.
It's always good. It's a bit like Billie Eilish. Her brother helps her produce her music, so it's always good to keep it in the family.
Yeah, definitely.
Doesn't it?
it does.
Or do you say, I'll make you some cakes and you do this?
Yeah, that's about it, isn't it?
Keep it in the family. That's all good. So apart from that, have you been out touring as yet?
No, so I am starting to gig now. I've had a few gigs in Southend, which are just sort of warm-up gigs to like get my confidence back, because I haven't been on stage on my own like ever. This is the first time of me doing a solo artist as Untold Poet. It's a lot different. It's a lot more scary going out on your own. When you've got a band behind you, it's all good. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And it's like, when you're out there on your own, it's like, oh.
It's all eyes on you. And I've actually seen like comedians performing. One of my favourites is Mo the comedian at the minute. He's quite funny to stand up. And he used to just make videos in his room on Instagram, him playing like spinning some tracks, old school tracks. It's just hilarious. So he's actually now on stage, but that feeling, it's a bit like radio. You come on radio and you just start to speak. And then you've got all eyes on you. But I've been told if you are in amongst a crowd, you just focus on that one person. But that can be a bit hard though, can't it?
It can be. I don't even know why. I just get in my zone of my own. I get into my lyrics, and then I just focus on my lyrics when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And then you just got to perform, even if there's only 5 people there, you just perform like there's 1,000 people there every time.
And that is such a good attitude to have, because you could have a room full of people who are not engaged, or you can have a smaller room of people who are engaged. But do you feel more fearful, or a bit more nervous with the smaller groups or the larger groups?
Smaller groups.
I do as well. It's so strange.
It's just more intimate, isn't it? And it's like, yeah, when there's a big, like if you're on a big stage, normally you've got some lights in your eyes, so you can't really, because when I was in the band, I had performed on some big stages, so you can't see anyone, so it's fine. It's like, oh yeah, it's like I'm up there just rehearsing. Yeah. But yeah, when it's a small, intimate, like, yeah, it is like, you can see everyone.
They're looking at you, you're smiling at them.
Yeah. And then you just hope that they like your music,
Yeah. So what has been the highlight for you so far in your journey since November until now?
Just the turnaround time of me recording my EP and pushing it. Yeah, and probably this so far.
Yeah.
My debut FM appearance.
With Antonia, Saturday Breakfast. So you've got much more to come as well. And the joys of social media are amazing too. So you can perform live wherever you are, and you have people in the comfort of their own homes.
Yes, yeah. You can. Do you know what? I've never done a live video yet, so I'll have to try it.
Well,
what I do now?
Yeah, you should do that, because if you can't get to concerts as well. And they're saying that, like, even with Coldplay, they all put,
because I saw Louis Capaldi put his live one on the other day.
And they want to be sustainable as well. And one day, I didn't, like, Craig David is one of my favourites. My mum was always saying that, and I love Craig David, but I'm just a fan. Yeah. A fan. I couldn't get to his concert, and I was able to watch it on Facebook Live. I was so excited.
That's good, isn't it? It is good.
So it's always good to, like, use social media as well. So we will have you performing shortly. That was Arizona with Roxanne. We have got Untold Poet now ready to perform his single Start to Speak. So would you like to introduce it rather than me do it?
I'm Untold Poet, and this is my debut single, Start to Speak. Think twice before you speak, because your words and influence could plant the seed of either success or failure in the mind of another. Untold Poet. Listen to me start to speak. So let's turn the page to the next chapter. No downs or frowns, I'm just smiling at ya. Spotlight sound is what I got to capture. Listen to the music in a perfect rapture. Yeah, I guess it's time to go to that place that is infinite. Headphones on, just the vocals and the instruments, and no one else is listening to the hi-hats and the bass, yeah, that's kicking in. I jump the lab with a pen and the pad. Sometimes moments are mad, either happy or sad. Doesn't matter if it's riches or rags, cause I'll be here through the good and the bad. And I don't need to brag, so pick it up and rip another part of me. Rhythm and the beat from through my arteries. Writing up another masterpiece for you to see. To rip it up and start the beat, so I can start to speak. So I can start to speak. Yeah. So I can start to speak. So I can start to speak. I'm from the 1990s, LOS, yeah, day and nightly. Hold on tightly, stop, look and listen, I'll ask politely. Try to stand out and everyone just like me. I need to stay grounded, I'm losing sight. See, this light shines brightly, but still can't find me. Mind, please remind me, see, evil blindly, it begins to find me. Let loose at last, an untold poet with beats and bars. I'll reach how far, how about for the stars? But they do, so your man should have seen this grasp. Pick it up and rip another part of me. Rhythm and the beat from through my arteries. Writing up another masterpiece for you to see. To rip it up and start the beat, so I can start to speak. Yeah. So I can start to speak. So I can start to speak. So I can start to speak. I'll live and learn, test the water while the blood it burns. How the tides can turn, it's been such a blur, the past that's occurred, yeah. But things have changed since what they were, yeah. Been around now, that's for sure. Burned a few bridges, but that's before. Life's a game, right or wrong, who's keeping score? Brush down applause, now take a bow. Feet on the floor, head in the clouds. I'll make you proud, man. I'll make you proud, man. I'll pick it up and rip another part of me. Rhythm and the beat from through my arteries. Writing up another masterpiece for you to see. So rip it up and start the beat, so I can start to speak. Yeah. So I can start to speak. So I can start to speak. So I can start to speak. Yeah. Untold Poet, start to speak. Available everywhere. Stream it, download it.
Yes. I'll clap for you.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Great performance. You're going to teach me after how we can get me into doing some poetry.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'll try and do some rapping in a minute.
100%.
Let's see what I can string together. Right, you've got to perform another one of your fantastic tracks. It's called Don't Understand. Tell us about that.
This track is about, it's don't understand. It's literally just things in the world that I sort of don't understand, how I come to terms with them and how I try and deal with the sort of things that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Pretty much it. It's quite a nice chilled out jazz vibe. So.
Do you know what? It is so chilled out because I was saying to you that I was listening to the tracks in the week and I was working out and I felt so relaxed. The last one you're going to perform a bit later, that one was even more chilled out. Because I used to listen to kind of dance music, but I was able, because usually if I listen to anything quite mellow, it makes me quite tired. But this was I was like, oh, and then I messaged you and say,
I know you mentioned
it. Sounds great.
I'll have to go to the gym and try and get it played there.
Yeah, no, you should just plug it into the speakers, get everyone to zone out. Right, so here is Untold Poet with Don't Understand.
I think I just need to vent, you know, get a few things off of my chest. It's crazy out there at the moment. And there's a lot of things that I just don't understand. I know you guys feel the same way. So that's where this song comes from. Listen. A candle in the night that burns bright but never shines. I just don't understand it. A mind that thinks outside the box, but then by society it's mocked. I just don't understand it. When something's different, what's the difference in that thing being different? I just don't understand it. Prejudice and world hunger and poverty, just a few underlying things in this world that bother me. I just don't understand it. They say this is freedom, but are you really free? Say you can dream the dream and be whatever you want to be. I just don't understand it. This world, man. I just don't understand it. I try to listen to the words of wisdom by others, my brother, sister, friends, yeah, but mainly my mother. Dig deeper than the page reads, never judge a book by its cover. It's a shame, jealousy and greed is something we all suffer. Agree to disagree, us as moments to make me me. Step back, the big picture's now so clear to see, yeah. And everyone ends up doing things that they shouldn't do. Remember, man, it's in those moments that make you. Copycats for fat cats, man, the chance is slim. But in the land of the blind, that one-eyed man is king. A hell of a fight for me to gain a loss any day. But I've got plans for both sides of the coin toss anyway. But look, a candle in the night that burns bright but never shines. I just don't understand it. A mind that thinks outside the box, but then by society it's mocked. I just don't understand it. When something's different, what's the difference in that thing being different? I just don't understand it. Prejudice and world hunger and poverty, just a few underlying things in this world that bother me. I just don't understand it. They say this is freedom, but are you really free? Say you can dream the dream and be whatever you want to be. I just don't understand it. This world, man. I just don't understand it. You know it's a slippery slope as the moss starts to gather. We've all got chains to shatter and pain to scatter, that's a fact of the matter. Play that blame game like a moth to a flame. And the icing on the cake say we're only human, we make mistakes. I ponder at those night skies and ponder at those night drives. I wonder if the lows will ever be balanced by the highs. I'll give credit where credit's due. And I ain't even trying to lie, I just speak the truth. Cause I wear my heart on my sleeve and that ain't nothing new. I mean, look. Hands in the sky has won, a new day has come. Brought to you by the sounds and the beats from drums. Listen, la-di-dahs, whistles and hums. We overcome the good, the bad, the ugly, the smart and the dumb. But still, a candle in the night that burns bright but never shines. I just don't understand it. A mind that thinks outside the box but then by society it's mocked. I just don't understand it. When something's different, what's the difference in that thing being different? I just don't understand it. Prejudice and world hunger and poverty, just a few underlying things in this world that bother me. I just don't understand it. They say this is freedom, but are you really free? Say you can dream the dream and be whatever you want to be. I just don't understand it. This world, man. I just don't understand it. Do you?
Oh, That's got some very interesting lyrics. Do you? No, that's very therapeutic and very like conscious words as well.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
it just brings me on to another subject at some point. We'll be on one of my shows. We'll be talking about mental health. So that's quite interesting. Just hearing that as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who do suffer through from mental health as well do use music or art.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Different things to kind of help them to put their mind at ease as well. And I'm sure like singing as well, you know, they would say, a council would probably say, do something that you enjoy and love. So that's very mellow. I really do like that track. I feel all chilled out now.
I like that one. It's nice and jazzy. I do like jazz.
Yeah, yes it is. Back is Antonia Jones on Saturday Breakfast Live with Untold Poet, who has performed 2 fantastic tracks already. His debut single, Start to Speak and Don't Understand. Yes, and we've got another one a bit later, but we'll hide that one, won't we?
Yeah.
But we've got Poet Day coming up on the 21st of March. I've been doing my research, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You're doing more research than me.
You've got to, you know. You've got to tie it all in with the show. So apparently, this celebrates one of humanity's most treasured forms of cultural and linguistic expressions and identity. Yes. Nice. You're like, yeah, nice. It's practiced throughout history in every culture and on every continent. So yes, that's amazing, just to know. So in terms of the spoken word, like what drives you? Like, do you think, right, I'm gonna write this track about a situation today I felt, do you feel like you're writing or you're constant, like, you know that kids doing the TikTok constantly?
Yeah.
Are you like one of those?
I'm not on TikTok. I didn't even know about this, and then I got showed it, and I was like, what is this? People are just sharing videos, and people are...
Yes.
But they get like millions of likes.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
They do this, there's loads. So
Yeah.
you can go on there and maybe like move your arms about and then do a little dance.
And then you get a million likes.
Yeah.
No. But no, the way I write music is, I do it a couple ways. Sometimes I'd listen to an instrumental and it would, like words would just come to me and I start writing down. It's like sort of very natural.
Okay.
Sometimes I would pick a topic in my head of what I want to do. So, don't understand, I'd say, so I made the chorus verse for that and then I went in for the verses. So I either pick a topic or it just naturally flows out.
Wow, so how long did that take to create your masterpiece, Start to Speak?
Start to Speak, alright, so it was actually an old song in my previous band that I was in a while ago, but it was shortened, so I revamped it and added 2 more verses onto it. Mm-hmm. So you could say it took 8 years, but it didn't. It was like
a process.
Yeah, the revamped version probably took couple of weeks, I reckon. Yeah.
No, it's like that. I find if I'm writing something or if it's an article or story, sometimes you just don't have that inspiration, and you have to wait to get that inspiration. Sometimes
definitely. I'd never try and force anything because then you just start writing things that don't even make sense.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You're trying to write something and it's like, that doesn't even make sense, I've got to cross that out.
So if I put you on the spot now and I played one of our jingles for 30 seconds, the Phoenix FM jingle, could we try and come up with something?
We could try.
This is so random, right?
This is very random. I'm not a freestyle rapper.
Like, are you hungry, or what do you want to? What's on your mind right now?
I'm scared. That's what's on my mind right now.
I've got to try and maybe like synchronize with you. I don't even know. I'll try and say a few words. I have no clue. Right, we've got like 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds.
What is the jingle got any words on it anyway?
No, there's none. So it's just like the Phoenix FM jingle, and that's it. It's just like the background. I'll play it now so you can hear it. Just to get you started, you can hear it now.
Maybe I could write the piece for it, and it'll be your jingle.
Yeah. That's 30 seconds of that. So we've got to figure out what we would say. So I'll replay it again in a minute.
What time do you start it?
I start at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
On a Saturday.
Saturday show.
Right, we're going to do it in a minute. Right, replay. Tell me when you're ready. We count to 5.
I don't think I'm ever ready.
Right, so you're going to be on the spot now. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. Phoenix FM on the Saturday show. Breakfast, 7 a.m. Let's go.
With Antonia Jones.
Yes, that's
okay, with Untold Poet.
With Poet Untold, there you go.
Yeah, that's it. See that rats? We did it, didn't we?
We just made the jingle.
We just made the jingle for the show. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
On 98 FM.
Happy about
and
that.
online. This is Phoenix
I
FM.
said that right.
I'm going to have to send that in.
Yeah, you have to submit that. Yes, you've got to submit that. I'm feeling quite good about that. I've not had no one do a jingle for a little while.
I'll tell you what, I'll write a proper jingle and I'll send it in for you.
That's
for
fine.
your show. For
Yeah,
your show.
thank you. That was just practice anyway.
Yeah.
So I've got there's like a little brain teaser for you. There's like some random things that happen. I do go like on a lot of interviews, and I do interview people as well, depending on what I'm doing. So I'm just going to ask you some random questions and just put you on the spot. This is just so random because I'm, Antonia Jones. That's why. So how would you solve problems if you were from Mars?
How would I solve problems? If I was from Mars?
Yes.
What, Earth problems? I'll just stay on Mars. And
You stay on Mars?
Yeah.
Oh no, what about the planet?
Yeah, I've got my planet to worry about.
What do you think of garden gnomes?
They're scary?
Are they really? Do you think that, like, what about the cats as well? Are they like a deterrent?
Or to deterrent cats?
Yeah, what do you think, the way they look?
I think they do scare me because I swear they move around on their own.
They do. Do you know what? It's like a night in the museum, don't you think so?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I think that sometimes. This is so strange. So I ordered a tuna wrap in tomato bread the other day, or wrap kind of bread, and then I asked for some peppers and some chilies.
And the gnome come out.
No, do you know what happened when they didn't know? The chili pepper jumped into the apron of the woman cooking it, making it for me. So I thought it didn't want to be eaten, so it had a mind of its own.
Have you seen that film? The
Which
Sausage
one?
Party, is it called?
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
It's Seth Rogen. It's like a cartoon. It's about all the food that comes to life. It's animated.
See, this is it. See, I think there's enough world, don't you?
Yeah. The Toy Story when you were growing up?
Yeah, Toy Story, definitely.
Toys definitely moved when I was younger.
No, I think so. I definitely agree. Do you remember like going to sleep and then you see the shadows as well, and you think it's a bit odd and random as well. So another question: why are manholes round?
Why are manholes round?
Yeah, you know you're a driver, so obviously.
I don't know.
Funny. You're supposed to answer the question.
Aren't some of them square?
Pardon?
Aren't some of them square?
No, I've seen the majority of them being round actually. I think it's all to do with the wheel on the car, and then it kind of caves in the road.
Okay.
I've never seen a square manhole, have you? I'm thinking more like potholes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
true.
thought-
Actually,
I
we get
was-
manhole. Yeah, well they dig them out. Yeah, that's.
Aren't the
Yeah.
square ones like the drain things? you put
Yeah.
up? Are they manholes? I don't know. I don't even know.
Let's just ignore that question. The last random one, because you're quite chilled out and how you are, with your poetry, etc.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you some inspiration for your next track.
Oh yeah.
Like, I met this strange, weird woman on Saturday breakfast, and she's wacky. So, if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be and why?
If I was a tree, it's got to be
I feel like I'm meditating.
like a big oak tree or something.
An oak tree.
Yeah, just
Okay.
like. Actually, no. Wait a minute. No, I don't want to be an oak tree. I want to be like an apple tree or something.
An apple tree. Then that means that when someone eats
So I
a
give
fruit,
life to other people. And
that's very
yeah.
nice, isn't it? I like palm trees because they're like quite tall, a bit
palm
like
trees are very nice.
elephants and.
Not the ones down south end.
No. And they're in hot countries as well, so
Yeah.
that means I can be in a hot country. See, look, we've just had our creative session here. We've written a
jingle.
A jingle. We've actually.
You're a palm tree and I'm an apple tree.
And you don't like garden gnomes.
Yeah.
And we believe that toys come to life. Right, after all that, I think we need to go away and listen to The Weekend with Blinding Lights. We'll be back after this with Untold Poet performing one of his other tracks. And here is Untold Poet with Have You Heard It?
So this one is on my second EP, which I'm still working on at the moment, but I like this track so much that I thought I'd give an exclusive to the FM wavelength of this 98 Phoenix FM. And this one's called Have You Heard It? Have you heard it? The original wordsmith. 24/7 on a beat, I deserve this. I'll first, second and third it with the verses. I have a purpose, what's your verdict? Have you heard it? Have you heard it? Start to stutter, run out of my words and murder it. No excuses, never swerving it, constantly verbing it. Life's a playground and I ain't curbing it. Was it worth it? Have you heard it? The discotheque of live and let. Life lit the fuse with a cigarette. Bang. Hats off to regrets, cause all my mistakes made me and made me progress. That's my gang, since '05, tearing it up at night with the street lights. Don't put it past me cause he might fly kites at higher heights and see sights that ain't quite right. Roll cliffside with a vodka eye. It's all timelines by the time's gone by, but that's still my guy. Palm slap, back tapping, everything's still alright. Backtrack, face facts and now we're out of sight. Into the stratosphere and nothing matters here. We're all astronauts. Look, we walk the walk and we talk the talk. We're playing ball even when the ball's outside the court. Just five guys that need some food for thought. Convos on life's too short. This pen is mightier than a sword. They say nothing in this world is for sure. They're held to a saying, watch me stay calm and collective and soar. Yeah. Have you heard it? The original wordsmith. 24/7 on a beat, I deserve this. I'll first, second and third it with the verses. I have a purpose, what's your verdict? Have you heard it? Have you heard it? Start to stutter, run out of my words and murder it. No excuses, never swerving it, constantly verbing it. Life's a playground and I ain't curbing it. Have you heard it? Have you heard it? The unforgivable silence is vibrant. I'm in the den with the lions. It's fist fights and switch knives, just a part of the violence. This world's crying, but you can't blame anyone not for trying. 1, 2, might check, I'm up next. I'm a very second of surpassing my apex. My enemies, I break bread, forgive and forget, that's enough said. Break the mold with fire flows and spit it cold. I'm Joker seers with no mirrors, no smoke, and now writing down the words of verse, everything I notice. Keep your friends close, but my enemies the closest. Always back and forth in my mind, call it daily doses. I'm on that 20/20 vision now, aim high, time to focus. Yes, I can see it so clearly, severely, there's no need to fear me. I'm nearly halfway, just hear me. We're merely wasting our young years yearly. Shed a tear and write a letter to myself dearly. Signed, sealed, delivered, signed, sincerely. Have you heard it? The original wordsmith. 24/7 on a beat, I deserve this. I'll first, second and third it with the verses. I have a purpose, what's your verdict? Have you heard it? Have you heard it? Start to stutter, run out of my words and murder it. No excuses, never swerving it, constantly verbing it. Life's a playground and I ain't curbing it. Was it worth it? Have you heard it? The discotheque of live and let. Have you heard it? The unforgivable silence is vibrant. Have you heard it? Untold Poet. Phoenix FM exclusive.
Amazing. Have you heard it? I've heard it all today.
Yeah.
Heard it all. So you are my first poet, I would say, rapper stroke poet on my show. So that is, we have, we're syncing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good to know actually.
Nice.
So it's been fantastic having you on the show. So tell us more we've got like 5 more minutes left. So it's all yours. It's all
the floor
yours.
is mine.
Like, what are you so passionate about? Like, in terms of like charities, is there anything that you're passionate about that you would like love to follow up in your career and just keep going?
In all of my music, I just try and spread positivity. There's no need to be negative about anything. It's just all about pushing forward, do what you love, just keep going no matter what. Things take time, so like, don't expect anything straight away. You just got to keep pushing at it. And if you keep doing what you love, you'll become a master at it.
Yeah, no, definitely. You're so right. I do hear that saying a lot. My mum does say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yes,
Antonia.
exactly.
my building
like
block. So it takes time. And as they say, you can't rush perfection, can you?
No.
You can never rush that. So that's the most important thing to know as well. And I can kind of see where you're going with your work as well, writing, helping out, like working with young people. I don't know, you never know where your feet could take you.
I was actually, it's a shame, I was offered to go and help a songwriting class on my way, so I couldn't do it. I really like being part of like a community. Yeah. And it's just helping someone out is just, it's what we're here for, isn't it?
Definitely, and also people expressing themselves in different ways, as shapes and different art forms. So out of I know we spoke about the different poets, and like I've not studied Shakespeare or anything like that. Who would you say who's your top poet? It doesn't have to be like Shakespeare or like I've got Maya Angelou. Like kind of who really sticks out to you?
Poet-wise, so I was talking about Chance the Rapper earlier.
Yeah, yes.
I do, because he was on the NPR, you know, the Tiny Desk. You ever watched that? So these artists, they're literally behind a desk with like a full band. Quite cool little concept. But they have like A-listers on there and stuff. And Chance the Rapper was on there. He did like a poem, and yeah, it didn't even rhyme. It was just like him speaking his like expressions and stuff. It's just that's what's so nice about poetry as well. Is you're just expressing yourself. It just
and that helps really in what you're doing, because it helps it to flow. And I used to write poetry at school, and I would try and make it rhyme, but it's not about that, is it? Really?
It's not. No, it's not. Honestly, it's not. Poetry's not. You've got more like there's so many different ways to write a song. Like I've heard songs that literally don't rhyme the whole way through, but it sounds amazing.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't. It's the syllables, and it's all to do with.
So with like you know, you've got rap battles, and you probably hear like the different artists who are complaining about, oh, this lyric means this, that's not true, or this is called grime, that's not grime. Do you have like poetry battles? I know I'd lose if I was up on
I don't know. I don't classify myself so much as a poet. Like I'm sort of bridging a gap. I think like rap poet. Yeah. It's like, but I don't think poets go out there battling. I don't think so. You've got like the slam events, don't you, where they go up on stage. This is me. That's it. And all that, which is pretty cool. I really like that style.
So in our last closing minute, how can we find out more about you?
Right, so guys, debut single is out now. You can stream it, download it over Spotify, every music platform. Instagram, yes, all over my social media in my links.
Untold Poet Music.
At Untold Poet Music is all my socials, or if that is too much to remember, www.untoldpoet.com.
Thank you so much. This is your first FM radio interview.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on as well.
See you soon.